Here we go, guys. Let's kick this thing off. We've got Matsu. We've got Second Baby. Second Baby's going to have the first pick here, and pre-bans are going out shortly.
Solid pre-bans here. Really like the Sierra pre-ban here from Second Baby. Knows he's not going to take it first, so he wants to take it away from Matsu. Matsu, incredibly high win rate with that unit. Very strong, scary unit.
See what Second Baby's going to be drafting here. He does like that Mo Long. He's going to be taking it away from Matsu.
Yeah, I've been seeing Second Baby play this a lot on the ladder lately. So Mo Long first pick is very strong. It's very hard to fight, 70% damage on that skill 3 and a little bit more if you have the artifact for damage dealt to a specific element. Very good at sniping out units, but also provides you that defensive HP lead in there.
Matsu with a very safe draft. We're looking at a Connell, and then we have a Lulu being paired upside it. We have Second Baby hovering over a Molly.
I do like the Molly into the Carnal. The glancing is pretty strong if he misses any of those debuffs, but it is only 15%, so I'm not sure if Second Baby actually likes this as a long-term pick. Pontos, an incredible setup here. Very aggressive first turn potential with that speed lead.
Ooh, it's interesting if he was going to go with that Icarus. He would have been telling a little bit about his draft very, very soon as well. I do like the adjust to the Ragdoll and the Pontos.
Well, the 100% win rate on that Ragdoll, though, is pretty scary looking there on Second Baby's side. We do know he's very effective at using it. Super fast units, that Ragdoll, essentially adding about probably 15 speed to his whole team. But Matsu leaning towards a Diana means most likely seeing a ban here on the Ragdoll.
Ooh, so the Diana and the Yunhong are being drafted by Matsu. Second Baby once again hovering over that Icarus. Does he choose to lock in the Icarus this time, or is he going to be changing it up again?
This Icarus is pretty good. I actually really like the concept of picking a Daphnis here, but I'm not sure if Second Baby uses him. Could also go for a Kaki. Onimushas are very strong in this situation, or just go for a secondary sustain option.
Yeah, the secondary sustain option, definitely a safe play here. He has a little bit of healing with that Icarus second skill as well. Matsu looking to wrap up his draft after finding out that Icarus and that Molly have been locked down.
Really like the Molly lock-in. I think Molly Ragdoll in the same field here is very effective against the Diana, so I think it tells that he's not planning on making that ban. Could be the Carnal, most likely leaning towards last pick ban here actually against Matsu.
Well, Matsu's bringing it down to the wire. Are we going to see an Eladriel going through? And it is! This feels like a first.
Definitely a first in these tournaments. We do see it occasionally on ladder. Some people test it out in the noob room there when we're playing around with different things that we haven't seen before. I do like the HP lead on it. I do like the revive. I'm not actually sure what Matsu plans to ban here.
Well, it looks like the sustain units are getting banned out. Molly and Lulu are going to be banned here. HP lead for Matsu. HP lead as well for Second Baby. Let's go, guys. We're getting into round one between Matsu and Second Baby.
No will on that Eladriel. It's very low speed alongside the Diana. Probably somewhere around the 200 range.
Definitely low speed indeed. Target of focus is going to be that Icarus. Icarus did handle that pretty well. We've got Pontos throwing up the invincibility and immunity up.
Could be on triple nemesis here, though. This could be actually a huge bait into this Mo Long. If he goes for it and wastes it, then... Oh, but a big stun from skill 2 takes down one of the wind units as well.
Great double stun with the additional turn, getting a death break on top of that Yunhong. Definitely handy indeed. Shields are going to be coming up, though, for Matsu.
I do like this. Matsu playing it very safe. Second Baby, not quite sure what he wants to do. Has to make sure that that's not Nemesis on that Eladriel before he goes for the snipe on it.
Carnal trying to get a little bit of poke damage on that Mo Long. We've got Ragdoll with Yunhong in focus. Eladriel's going to be proccing out of that stun. He does have a second skill. He can place that right on top of the Yunhong.
Looking forward to seeing the buff for that skill 2 coming up soon. It's going to be great. And an extra turn for Diana. This is going to be a good amount of damage.
Extra turns are rolling in already. Diana possibly with that Mo Long in sight to see who's going to be going after here.
A little bit risky, though, with all those crits on the field. Oh, but not enough attack bar.
Not enough attack bar at all. He's going to be looking for a stun on top of the Mo Long. Does not receive the stun here. Big sweep and waves coming in. Looking to get a silence on everybody. Not on the Diana, though.
You go for the snipe into the Eladriel here. Could take it down, but he's on the lower HP side, so I don't know if he wants to take that risk.
I don't think he's going to be taking that risk here, but we do have a skill 3 coming into that Diana. Definitely not going to be enough to do anything there. Matsu's still looking pretty healthy.
Matsu needs to provoke here on the Pontos. Needs to deny the turns. Pontos can't get another skill 3.
Even more poke damage on top of the Molong. Diana possibly looking to transform here. He's got to be careful pushing the attack bar onto that Pontos, though.
I think he's just going to go in. He's trying to kill this Molong as fast as possible. He wants to play a timer game here. He's willing to lose his Diana as long as he can take out the Molong. Does have the revive from the Eladriel to protect him.
Ooh, Molong still holding on here. Pontos with no skills up. Going to see a little bit of poke damage probably going out on the Diana. Not finishing it off just yet.
No violent proc there for the Pontos. No way to protect that Molong for a free skill 3 snipe.
Eladriel still standing tall with all of those skills up here. Dot sitting on top of Diana. Diana is going to be dropping here. No provokes coming out on top of Pontos. Pontos does have that third skill primed and ready.
Second baby, a little panicked here. You can see it in the cam there. He's a little worried, missing that crit there with the Ragdoll. Must be ruined on the 97, 98 range. It's a little unfortunate for him.
Yeah, some pretty good damage coming out of that Yanhong on top of the Pontos. Ooh, that is definitely not a crit damage Eladriel at all.
Oh, but this 2-turn silence does have pretty good value. It actually does give Second Baby the chance to pop in here and go straight for that Eladriel. Not sure if he can deal enough damage, though. The glancing is up.
And the Ragdoll not being able to put out any damage at all with that glancing here. We've got a second skill healing up Second Baby's team just a little bit. We've got that third skill, and he is going to be going for it. Holy ground.
We see Second Baby here going for the Yanhong instead of going for the Eladriel, but the Eladriel has multi-revive, AoE revive, essentially.
I know he really has to worry about this Eladriel. Keeping the silences on him is going to be key, but we have Eladriel proccing out of those silences. He has all skills available. Building skill 2 going into that Yanhong.
Not quite sure what the strategy is here. Maybe he's hoping for the Violent Proc into the silence, and he gets the Violent Proc. Does the silence land? But it doesn't land. Eladriel's free reign.
No silence. No silence on top of the Eladriel. He's free to use that third skill, getting a big heal on top of that Diana. We do have the third skill up with that Icarus, though.
Doesn't actually need to go for the third skills, though. Can wait a turn, keeps his Yanhong alive. If Yanhong goes down here, he revives both instead. Very, very safe play from Matsu. Well calculated.
Definitely a safe play indeed. Ooh, Yanhong looking a little low. If Yanhong Violent Proc, Yanhong's going to be falling here.
Can't hit the Ragdoll, reflect damage. Has to play really safe. Oh, tries to go for the reflect damage self-kill to actually revive afterwards. Interesting play from Matsu here.
Definitely interesting play indeed. Dots do kill. Eladriel is going to be all set here. Does he go for the big third skill? Chooses not to. Just a little bit of poke damage. We're going to see the double revive coming out.
Double revive with the soul protections. Pretty strong here. But Diana could go down.
Ooh, Diana's holding on right now.
Needs the crit. No crit. Diana's going to be big back with HP and the attack bar. The Yanhong with the skill 3.
Yeah, beautiful charge vitality. Now Diana can go for some cycling here. Is going to be pushing that Icarus and choose to go for the shields instead.
Yeah, wants to play safe. Knows the Icarus has skill 3. Wants to deny the one-shot, even with the soul protect there.
Yeah, there's that big strip on top of the Icarus. Looking for attack bar pushback. Cardinal's getting another additional turn here. Looking for the provoke. Does land that provoke.
Not looking very good for Second Baby here. A little frustrated by the Violent Proc. Diana's going to have a lot of value here, but the extra turn, this is pretty strong. It's not going to hit for that much.
No, not going to hit for that much at all. Diana's still standing tall. Not going down just yet. Matsu looking for some stuns here. Not really receiving anything. Glancing does not get applied either.
Cardinal skill 3. Here comes the big Psycho Cutter and the extra turn to deny the Pontos.
Cardinal with those additional turns coming out here. We've got a big skill 2 that could possibly go on top of the Icarus. Would not be good. He chooses to go for the Pontos instead.
Matsu playing this incredibly safe, slow, well calculated. I really like this Eladriel pick. It was very strong against the Molong and Cares. Really denied a lot of that turn 1 potential. And even now, we still don't know if that Eladriel's on Nemesis. So in the future game, Second Baby might have to take that gamble.
Yeah, quite possibly. If he's going to be transforming here, you will die to that dot, but no additional turns coming out there, hoping for a stun. Charge Vitality, just in time, and Second Baby's going to concede. Matsu taking round 1 away.
Yeah, that was really, really well played. Matsu definitely knew exactly what he was going up against. Was completely prepared to lose the first pick Molong and just had everything possible ready to fight it. That Eladriel pick was incredible. Seeing it was off will was really scary. He couldn't go for the first turn snipe. Just really had to play around it.
It was a very good war of attrition there. A lot of sustain for both players. We needed those silences to hold off, and I don't think Second Baby had enough of those silences to keep that Eladriel down.
hard to rely on that one setup as the only thing that can really hold you back, especially when the Diana doesn't need to live in these situations, right? She can rotate, deal damage, die, and come back. There's so much protection and so much healing involved that it's just really hard for Second Baby to gain a lot of traction in a match like that.
Well, we've got match number 2 here with Matsu and Second Baby. Pre-bans are out now. Yeonhong and the Nephthys are getting pre-banned.
So interested to see what the first pick is here. It could be the Molong, could be Sierra as well.
And it is going to be CR being taken by Matsu. Second Baby looking to respond.
Yeah, Matsu has incredibly tanky Sierra, and also knows that Second Baby has the, or sorry, Matsu has an incredibly tanky Sierra. Knows that Second Baby has the Gianna, so wants to break up that combo right off the bat.
Lulu being such a priority unit here. Lulu being taken by Second Baby.
Yeah, we saw that incredibly high pick rate in the stats at the beginning of the tournament, and it does show true. There it is again, the Molong Molly. A lot of sustain for both of these players. Really good comp so far.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of back and forth, that Lulu and Molly. Diana looks like it's coming to Second Baby side of the team with a Chung Pong as well. Does he choose to lock it in?
Oh, I don't like this from Second Baby. This is screaming for an Antares pick in here. Antares is incredibly strong into a composition like this.
Definitely a lot of options that Matsu can go with here, especially with the depth of his box as well.
Yeah, has a lot of different things he could pick here. Cardinal's actually not bad into this either. A secondary cleanser would be good too. Something like maybe even a Veligil, something unique that we don't see super often.
Potentially going to be seeing a Juno coming up for Matsu. Going down to a couple seconds here to lock in this last pick.
Juno, Fran. So it goes for a safety Fran. Fran is probably one of his best rune units, so it's a pretty safe pick regardless of how well it fits the actual draft. I think that Matsu still has the advantage here. That Juno Molly combination is very scary here for Second Baby. Doesn't really have a lot of damage outside of the Diana, and if the Molly stays on the field, then it's a bit of a risk.
Ooh, Second Baby locks in a Ganymede to wrap up his draft here. A lot of sustain for Matsu's side of the field.
The Ganny's actually really strong here. So Second Baby has a lot of first turn potential strength against Matsu. We don't know how fast this Molong is or this Fran is yet, so we'll have to see whether or not he actually takes first turn with that.
Gianna and Molly getting banned out. Accuracy lead for Second Baby. Speed lead for Matsu. Let's go, guys. We're getting into round 2 with Matsu and Second Baby. And we have that Fran, that very well-runed Fran, going first for Matsu.
What an incredibly fast Molong here. Actually moving in front of this Chung Pung Ganny. I think both of these units could be on Swifts or possibly just the fastest violent sets.
Ooh, going for a skill 2. Does get a couple strips there on the Lulu and the Chung Pung. Diana probably popping up some shields.
Yeah, wants to play really safe here. Wants to get that stun potential in. Wants to make the Diana move first and get out of the immunity, actually.
Diana with additional turn, a little bit of poke damage onto that CR, dealing a good amount of damage, honestly.
With the strip. Oh, speed tuned as well. Here it is. The Sierra does move before Chung Pung and Ganny. Has a lot of potential deny here.
That bomb is coming out on top of that Chung Pung as well. Does explode and eliminates that Chung Pung.
That was a 24,000 damage bomb. Wow, Matsu with an incredibly high damage Sierra at that speed. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it isn't the super tanky Sierra that I'm used to seeing, but that was an incredible amount of damage.
That looked like the high damage Ciara in this case. And we've got Second Baby looking to get rid of that very unit, maybe finding out it's not as tanky as he thought.
Have to be careful though. The Molong does still have the Reckless Assault. It could come in on the Diana. 2 units moving in front with additional damage on skill 1 will be enough to kill it.
Yeah, he's got to use it before it gets reset by that Ganymede. Aims right after that Diana. Is that going to be enough additional damage to drop the Diana? Not just yet. We do have the reset right on top of CR. W the attack bar is not on top of the Juno though.
Not quite enough to get there, but ripping through it, that's a lot of damage. Second Baby's taking a lot of damage, doesn't have a lot of turns. Matsu is going to get a good amount of rotations here with this double Oracle composition.
Yeah, if Matsu's able to drop this Diana, it is going to be over. There's just not much Second Baby can do without having these damage dealers.
And even that Fran, 1.6k per hit, that's a lot of additional damage. You know these artifacts are prime. And there it is. Diana's going to go down.
There it is. I'm not too sure Second Baby can win here, and he knows that. Matsu taking round 2 away from Second Baby.
And Matsu had an incredibly good showing there. All right, let's see if Second Baby can pick it back, though. He has one more opportunity here. Doesn't want to lose the 3-0 to Matsu. Has a lot on his shoulders here.
Definitely has a lot indeed. You can see the pre-bands coming out right here, Ciara and Gianna. I definitely want to see a change of pace coming out of Second Baby here. Try not to be predictable. Matsu with a lot of sustain. He brought a very safe team for his first 2 matches. Let's see Second Baby possibly change it up here.
I want to see Second Baby play really aggressively here. Even though he doesn't have the Ciara Gianna combination, I think he can go in with the Nephthys. He's got the Ragdoll and the Pontos. He has a lot of first-turn aggression if he's willing to use it.
And it looks like he's going to be prioritizing the Lulu in this case.
Prioritizing the Lulu's not so bad, though. When you got Lulu on those incredibly fast runes, like a 280 set, suddenly that could become anywhere in the draft. That could be your first-turn unit. That could be your second-turn unit. It really doesn't show too much.
Well, Carnal Molong is what Matsu's going to be taking here. I'm curious if Second Baby is going to go with the Molly and Okeanos here. I don't know if he's going to be taking that away or not. Those two have been really hogging those units.
I do like the Ganny Oki, but it leaves him in a kind of a weird spot because he's going to need to pick either like a really heavy stripper or a double strip combination here. Matsu has the double HP lead, could just go for sustains, could pick, you know, his Molly. He could pick something else along the lines of that, like an Annabelle or a Yunhong. There it is. We see the Molly Yunhong again. It's a lot of sustain here for Matsu. Very, very defensive composition.
Most definitely. I can't help but favor Matsu's draft already, even though Second Baby does have the double reset, the Rika, and now he's showing the Nephthys and does lock in the Nephthys.
I see. So Second Baby, you gamble in the fact that Matsu wasn't going to pick any immunity. You know, the Lulu is gone. The last pick, France, still could come in, but Second Baby does have the potential to actually protect against it. This composition, any 3 of these units together are really strong. Ganny is really what links all these units together, but having your Nephthys on the field with that Rika is quite scary.
Definitely scary indeed. That last pick that Matsu's going to be bringing is that Juno. That actually is a signal that he's letting that Rika through.
I don't know if he's actually going to let the Rika through. I think he understands the force ban. He needs to pick the last ban. I think we're going to see a Ganny ban here, most likely. But if not the Ganny, then I think it's going to be the Lulu for the sustain. I think Matsu might try to out-sustain him.
Ooh, Okeanos and that Juno are getting banned.
All right, so he's going for this. I think Second Baby's actually favored in this matchup. Matsu needs an extra turn early on or just enough chip damage from his Yunhong to kill a unit on the first turn.
Well, Second Baby has that speed lead for the first turn. We're going to find out if that's going to be enough. Second Baby needs to take a win to stay in this match, or can Matsu get the 3-0 on Second Baby? Let's find out. We have Yunhong taking first turn for Matsu.
Oh, into the Nephthys. This is enough damage. Molong's going to get the turn, snipe the Nephthys, and she's dead.
Second Baby actually went with the speed lead, and he is not taking first turn here. Those are two very fast units.
All right, that's actually an okay trade if he wants to make it. That's perfectly fine there. Does get the defense break on 2. Can reset the cleanser here.
Yep, drops the Nephthys. Seal of Magic coming out on top of the Molly, trying to dump attack bars here. Of course, Cardinal had the will up. We're going to see big second skill going right onto the Ganymede.
There it is. Full turn immunity. Extra turn for Lulu. Not necessarily needed yet. Needs these slow debuffs here. Doesn't quite hit anything on the Molong, though. The Molly plus the off element is really tough for him to hit into.
Additional turns rolling through with the Connell, and he has Ganymede in his target.
Molong has the potential here. Could get a big stun. Stuns the Ganny, though, but Lulu with the extra turn again. Cooldowns are up already.
All the cooldowns are up already on that Lulu. Crazy additional turns here coming out of Lulu. We see that third skill once again on top of Matsu's team. Molly trying to do any healing up if possible.
Not so bad, though, because that heal block from the Nephthys landing on both the Yunhong and the Molly does deny a lot of healing. This Rika combination could be enough. It could go in Second Baby's favor here.
It just might, and he gets a nice AoE stun across Matsu's units, eliminating the Yunhong. Molly needs to get some healing onto the field.
And Molly's the slow debuff as well. I think Second Baby's actually gonna be able to rotate with Rika and Ganny enough here. Another turn for Lulu keeps everyone topped off. Lulu's in such a good place here.
Yeah, Lulu in a very good place. We're going to see a Seal of Magic coming out onto probably that Kana to drop the attack bar of Matsu's team here.
Wants to deny the cleanse here. I think he could have went onto the Molong as well. Molong does have skill 2, skill 3, but the glancing debuff on Molong does deny him that immediate turn. Needs the extra turn.
Lulu with so many turns here. It's absolutely insane. Oh, you see the sleep into the third skill once again. Ventilate back onto the Rika. Rika's going to have skills once again coming up here.
Not enough turns here from the Molong. He's getting it, but there's not enough impact. The glancing debuff was so impactful, but Lulu keeps her topped off, cleansed, and ready to go every single turn.
Here we go. More dots are coming out here. Cardinal's definitely going to be dropping. Molly with a few dots herself, trying to push that damage on top of the Molly. Lulu with just the additional turns on top of additional turns here.
Oh, but an extra turn for Molly. This does get the cleanse. This is pretty big. Cardinal's going to have an opportunity here. Needs a big stun from Molong.
Molong needs a real big skill too here. Matsu wants to get the 3-0 on top of Second Baby.
Not enough. Does the Rika land? She does get the stun. No extra turn here. Second Baby's back at it. Fully cleansed up with immunity. The resets are going to come out. Here it is. Fire Guardian Angel getting TOA'd again.
These dots are all over the place. Rika having the game of her life right now.
Second Baby gesturing. He's confused how things are dying. This Molly's keeping everything topped off and alive just barely here. But man, this is quite the match. Matsu had a pretty good early advantage, but the landing through the Molly passive with Neptune was absolutely vital, I guess, for Second Baby. He wouldn't have killed the Yunhong any other way.
Yeah, not at all. We got those big skill 2 that missed on all of Matsu's units here, looking for additional turns, trying to do anything that he can. He's been hoping for a defense break sitting on top of the Rika, and he hasn't been able to get it.
Well, this could be bad, though. Here it comes. Here comes Cardinal skill 3, the Sword Rain.
Only gets one stun on top of Rika, but of course Lulu has skills up. No additional turn by very much surprise from Lulu.
He keeps trying to take him down with that Fire Guardian Angel, but it's just not enough. Barely keeping his Rika out of Molong's snipe range. It's a little scary here.
Molong finally getting a stun on top of that Ganymede. We got a big skill too, and doesn't stun anybody up there except that Karn. A little bit of poke damage onto the Cardinal. Can't do Reckless Assault yet. He still needs more HP here.
Oh, we're reaching the point. That does a lot of damage now. That defense break on the first hit was hitting her for 2.5k per hit. She could die here. Rika could go down. This could be the 3-0.
Oh, does not finish it off, and Lulu's gonna be there with additional turns again.
And here's the reset to deny the Molong again. This match just keeps going back and forth. This is incredible.
So many additional turns coming out of this Lulu. I feel like Matsu's saying, is it patch day already?
Oh man, he needs the patch day there to take down that Lulu skill 2. But Rika could do it here. The additional damage from skill 3 could be enough to kill the Molong. Just shy the damage.
Needs to drop anything with this Rika skill 3.
And you can see him there throwing his head back. Oh, the Molly took another turn. She's still alive. Oh, this is such a crazy, wild, close match. Oh, but the Lulu!
Additional turn for the kill! Lulu coming through, dropping the Molly here. Exactly what Second Baby needed so that he could progress into one more match up against Matsu.
Part of me wants to call this the longest match, but we know there was that Lulu and Molly draw in the prelims for APAC. What an incredibly close match there. Neck and neck for both players the entire way through.
I want to say we got to give it a hand to give it a hand to Lulu, but that's a rough one in the seat of Matsu.
Oh man, Matsu played it cool though. No reactions from him at all through that entire match. Second Baby, hands are up, head's flinging back. He is into it. He's feeling the pressure right now.
Well, we got a game 4, guys. A game 4. This is all we always want to see, the game 4 into the game 5, and Second Baby was able to pull it off. Here we are, guys. Matsu Second Baby pre-bans from last time this year on the Gianna. Those are now going to be available going into this round 4.
I'm interested to see if they swap pre-bans this time. There it is. There's the Juno pre-ban. A little bit of different setup here from Second Baby. Wants to rely on his TOA potential comps here with that Oki and the Rika.
I mean, I hope we don't see something that he already did. I think he has to definitely play something that Matsu's not going to be ready for. So he has to be unpredictable if he can. And CR is going to be the first thing that Matsu's going to be taken away. Let's see what Second Baby's going to be resorting to. And it's the Lulu Cardinal.
I think he really needed to take the Molong there, to be perfectly honest. I think the Molong is more valuable to him than the Carnal. I think the Molong Lulu is a better combination, strictly because of how much damage this Sierra does with her bombs. But Diana's a good into this. He's got a lot of potential, but he knows that that's a Swiftian Hong, so you have to play it safe.
Well, Diana and one of the units going to be coming out for second baby, and it is going to be a Gianna here.
I wonder what his last pick is going to be. Part of me really hopes he picks a speed lead. I think Pontos is pretty okay here, but I think he needs something more aggressive just because he already has the Lulu. Matsu has like a good balance of aggression and defensive nature just because the Hong does give him the first turn. It gives him, if he strips, he gets the attack bar and then does have the skill 3 to push again for a second rotation.
Well, let's see what he's going to be bringing here. And he is going to be bringing a Daphnis. We get a Daphnis Mo long draft coming out of Matsu. Second baby looking to respond after seeing this Daphnis here.
I really like this Daphnis pick. I think Daphnis is incredible here. I think it's really, really good because it's really strong against Lulu comps. Alexandra, though, is something I would not expect, especially before the buff to her. I don't know if this is going to be enough or what's going on here. I think we're going to see a Molly ban.
I am so surprised to see this Alexandra here, but this is exciting for a game 4. Exciting that second baby is going to be changing it up here. Let's see what they ban out.
And I did ask for this. I did ask for second baby to do something a little wild, a little crazy, and hopefully it works out because, I mean, that is a unit that's going to be on people's radar soon.
Well, Carnal and that Yon Hong are going to be banned out here.
Second baby praying there in the corner. Putting his prayers out for a 4th match. I think he can make, or sorry, a 5th match. Sorry, correct me there. But we'll have to see who takes first turn here between that Sierra Daphnis combination and this Gianna.
Well, let's see. We've got round 4. Matsu, second baby. Can second baby take us to a game 5, guys? We're going to find out. Bomb sits on top of Molly. Everyone gets stunned up.
That Molly is so fast. The Molly able to cleanse immediately on first turn here. Who does he want to give it to, though? Gives it to the Daphnis.
Runs up the Daphnis, Daphnis with the prepared skill 3, possibly going into the Diana. Does get the death break. The damage is not going to be enough. No additional turns coming out of Matsu's units here.
Oh. Second baby sitting there praying for no kill. And here it is, the big damage potential here. I wonder if she's on Despair, though. And she is on Despair.
Ooh. This unit is on Despair. Double stuns out there on top of CR and that Daphnis. Definitely surprising Matsu. This is exactly what second baby needed. We might be seeing that game 5 after all.
He's rocking his head. He's having a good time. He sees his Alexandra, the pocket pick, ready to go. A lot of damage output here.
Ooh, bomb goes off, stuns up that Molly. We get the additional turn coming out of the Ciara. Attack buff bomb is going to be coming out probably onto the Diana.
Attack broken bomb, but he misses anyways. No bomb from Matsu. Matsu is in shambles this match.
Most definitely. Bomb's going to be coming out on top of that Molly. Does Molly have the skill, too, to cleanse up that bomb? Skill 1 right into the Ciara. Ciara needs a violent proc for an additional bomb coming out.
No additional turn. Here it comes. The Despair stun again, potential. Another reapplication of attack break. Oh, and there goes Sierra.
Ciara's going to get dropped here. And we've got Mo Long primed ready with a second skill.
Goes with a third skill. Snipe takes out the Diana, takes the trade. I don't think that Matsu can come back from this. It's not looking super strong. That Gianna's a little scary here. Oh, but there's so much damage coming out from that Alexandra. Not needing crit anymore when she's in human form. She can just rotate so much crit damage for free.
Yeah, Matsu's going to need the additional turn right here with the Molly. Does not receive it. Skill 1 finishes up the Daphnis. That's going to be it. We're getting into a game 5.
There it is. Second baby showing us he knows how to fight it. He's ready for the game 5.
There we go. That's what we needed to see. We needed to see a change of pace. Second baby brought in their huge Despair stuns. Alexandria taking him into that game 5.
Oh, I'm so happy to see a unit like that come out. Showcased even before the buff. Just shows how powerful she is. Because you know what she did in that match isn't getting buffed or changed for the future. Just her defensive nature in pony form.
Very exciting. We've got game 5 with second baby and Matsu. Let's hope they stay the course and we see more creative drafting from both of them. Last round pre-bans, we've got that Juno and the Nephthys. Probably going to be seeing that Ciara and Gianna once again in the pre-ban list.
Oh, Yin Hong changes up the pre-ban this time. Could take the CR first, actually, here. Maybe that could be the play. I do like that he pre-banned the Juno, though. I feel like he immediately knew he wanted to pick that Alexandra right then and there.
Well, here comes the first pick from Second Baby. Does he choose to take that Ciara away from Matsu? Matsu will definitely have to make an adjustment here. Ooh, and no, he goes with the Lulu.
I do like the Yinhong ban, even if he doesn't take the Sierra, though, because he banned the Yinhong in the last match, knowing that she took first turn against him because of like her speed on the Swift set, right? So I think in this situation, Second Baby knows that the Yinhong might be the biggest trouble that he has for anything. The Molongs or the Yinhong snipe into the Molong is really hard for him to fight.
Ciara Molong is what Matsu's going to be drafting here. So he's sticking with that Ciara, taking that Molong away from Second Baby. Second Baby looking to pick up a Connell here.
The Cardinal Diana, I think. Diana's really safe in this situation. Oh, Ragdoll is good too. Ragdoll's pretty safe.
See what he locks down. Took that Ragdoll away.
I want to see Diana. He doesn't need to pick the Ragdoll until the last round. Oki is decent for aggression, but I don't think I think he really wants to play a committed safe turn 2 here.
There it is. The Diana is coming out for Second Baby. I think that's the better decision here.
Yeah, as they say, Cavallo OP, Cavallo OP. That Diana has done a lot of these matches. We even saw it with the Dark Pony as well. We'll have to see.
Ooh, a very similar draft to last time. Ciara Molong and the Molly once again coming out being paired up with these units.
Matsu really likes that Molly. Molly Daphnis to get into this. He knows his Daphnis doesn't do enough damage to kill this this Diana, but also, you know, he has the HP lead opportunity there. So I'm not actually sure if Daphnis is really that great into this setup. Oh, Alexandra coming back on the field again.
Ooh, Alexandra and the Cian possibly coming up for Second Baby. I'm almost expecting to see a Fran coming out of this Matsu.
I think this is an incredible setup. I think no matter what, though, last pick is banned here against Matsu. If it's the Antares, it's going to be banned. If it's a Fran, it's going to be banned. No matter what it is, I really like that Second Baby locked in 2 really strong last picks here. Having the Cian be able to deal with all these units from, you know, getting sniped out, as well as having that Alexandra there, damage reflection, so it's hard for the Daphnis to go in, but also the attack break and glancing.
And it is going to be an Antares. Antares coming out for Matsu, wrapping up his draft here. Bans are going to be coming out.
I think it has to be a Theon ban, doesn't it? He could go for the Cardinal if he wants to ban out the HP lead, but like Lulu for the sustain, or it has to be the Sion because the bombs from the bombs are so strong.
Yep, Cian and Antares are going to be banned out here. Guys, we have a game 5 on our hands with Second Baby and Matsu. Leader skills are going to be picked in a second. I would imagine we're going with a speed lead and an HP lead for Second Baby.
Excited to see how this one turns out.
Definitely excited indeed. In this game 5, here we go. That very fast Molly taking first turn for Matsu.
Yeah, Matsu needs to play safe enough to live through here. Could go for the snipe right away into that Diana, but could also go for the Cardinal.
Chooses to go for the Alexandra. Instead, does he go for the skill 3 on the Alexandra as well? He does. He does not get the death break. Is that going to be enough to finish it off? It is not going to be enough here. Ciara needs to go for a first skill, finish off the Alexandra there. Gets the additional turn as well.
I just want to note that after buff, that will be a totally different setup because that reflect goes on everybody. So that's going to hurt way more than it did in this matchup. I think Second Baby, even losing Alexandra, has pretty good setup here. Is able to take out the Molong in first turn. All cooldowns are gone, and Cardinal's about to go ham.
Yep, they're just swapped units here, but the advantage that Second Baby has is that Cardinal getting the stun on top of the Ciara and the slows on that Molly and the Daphnis.
Yeah, I think Second Baby wants to go all in on the Sierra, take it down, and then maybe try to play safe around the Daphnis. But it is a little bit risky with Daphnis being on the field in the way that he is.
Yeah, he definitely wants to get rid of that Daphnis here. A lot of poke damage coming out. Just going to see the shields. Oh, choosing not to go for the shields. Big skill, too. Gets stripped the shield, and more damage is being applied to that Ciara.
Pretty lucky here, not missing a single one of his crits with a 15 glance. There's the extra turn and the stun, though. Diana's going to take it down.
Second Baby with the fist in the air. He knew he needed that one there. Big strip, lots of damage on top of Ciara. Looking so good for Second Baby. Looks like Second Baby's going to be taking this one, and he's going to be moving forward. Second Baby takes down Matsu.